There, I just played G in open position 2 different ways. I wonder if you could tell the difference between the 2 Gs. But there is one way that's much, much better to play than the other. And I'm going to show you that right now. All right, let's listen to G a couple of different ways. The full way and the new way. So we'll play it the full way first. Now let's play it the way I like to play it. Not much difference, is it? Let's try a progression with it. I'll play it the old kind of way first and then the new way. New way. I just played back and forth, different ways almost every time. I can't tell a lot of difference. It's much more difficult to play the full G because you got to really get up on your fingertips so you don't mute the 5th string with your 3rd finger. Now we're going to take a closer look and I'll show you the 2 ways to play the open G. Both ways. So you'll know how to play them both, and there are instances, of course, where you'll still want to use the old G, but most of the time you'll want to use it. I hope I've convinced you. Your ears, maybe they convinced you. Let's take a closer look now. Now I'm going to show you the 2 ways to play this G. The full way and the new modern way. The old way, you're going to have your 3rd finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. You're going to have your 2nd finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. You got 3 open strings after that. And you've got your 4th finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. It's going to sound like this. You can practice it. Strum it. So however you want to practice it, but use a metronome. It's always a good idea to use a metronome. The other way is exactly the way that we were playing, but we're not going to have to worry about having our fingers as bent. We don't need to go straight down. We're just going to lay our finger over. We'll just lay it down. Because we want to mute that 5th string. The only difference is so much simpler. You'll find that you can go a lot quicker. You can't do that the other way. You can't go fast like that. So you can practice. Sometimes you, of course, do need to put that down depending on what you're doing. So that way I had to use that B note. Of course, you're going to have to use it if you're playing fingerstyle and doing certain things. But I would normally play that as a G. If you're strumming, that's primarily what we're concerned about, is strumming today. So practice around with that. You can play it any which way. It works with fingerstyle, it works for strumming, it works for anything. I hope I've convinced you that this is the best way to play G. Now that we've learned it, we know how to play it, we're going to bring it into our general repertoire. It's easy, it's fast. Now, how we make it come alive, Space Age Jim? Well, it's super simple. That's the great news about this G. Especially playing it this way is so much easier than playing the old way. So we're going to strum a G, put our first finger on the second string, first fret. And we're just going to move back and forth. Now you'll notice I changed the strum pattern up just a little bit to emphasize that suspended chord. And it sounds great also if you mix it in with like a C or then you can play around with a D. Uh-oh, what happened there? I heard some dissonance. I moved the suspended second string up 1/2 step. So I got my first finger on the second fret of the second string. Did D suspended and back and forth, and then go to G. That's the way you make movement. That's the way you make your songs interesting, and it's so simple to do. So play around, experiment, be yourself. Let's have a lot of fun with this guitar. I hope that you enjoyed my video on the G chord. I know I enjoyed making it. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And you can make a comment and I'll get back with you right away. You might have been picked up on this, that I love the guitar. I've been playing off and on, mostly on, for the last 30 years, 35 years, but I've played since I was 9. I'm a huge proponent of the guitar for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're young or old. I don't care. You just come along. The funnest time I ever had was when I was learning guitar, because I got better by the week, a lot better every week. And at this point, I can't get so much better that quick. It's hard for me to improve my skills to the point where it's noticeable on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. So if you're just starting out, don't get discouraged. Say, hey man, this guy, he knows how to play and everything. Now don't be like that. Go on and start where you're at, and we'll take you from day one, and you'll have as much fun as anybody.
And master instruction.
So come along for the ride.
Space Age Gym.